I'm doing this message as it relates to me in terms of spirituality. But really, the concept is just flat across the board for anybody and anything that believes in themselves. See, for me, with spirituality, as it started to develop and I didn't understand what was happening and what was going on, and at times I'd be like, oh my God, am I crazy? And I would have to go outside of myself, or I felt that I had to go outside of myself at that time to speak to psychics and healers and shamans and whatever to try and figure out what was going on in my spiritual path. Turns out that because I'm an empath and I'm a medium and I'm a psychic and I have all of these abilities, that they come, for me, it comes and goes in waves as to what I'm going to learn, what I'm going to pick up, how it's going to come in, how I'm going to translate it. It's a learning curve, and it's a seemingly a constant learning curve. What I'm here to say to you is that along my way, I've even had my own family members, my parents, call me crazy, call me stupid. People have mocked me and, thought that I'm just out of this world. And of course, I thought that at first too. I'm like, am I schizophrenic? Am I going crazy? Like, what's happening? Until I understood what was happening and luckily had guidance. But what I wanted to say is that it's not easy. It's not easy to hear people you love and people that you care about say these mean and hurtful things about you. But what I'm here to say is that if you know in your heart of hearts and you feel in your heart of hearts that you know something is a certain way, stick to your guns, man. Stick to your guns. To hear your own parent say that you're stupid because you believe a certain thing, when I know that the dead communicate with me. I've had proof of it time and time again when I've talked to spirit or I've talked to the person that the messages are relating to. There's confirmation. So it's not like I'm just going, oh my God, yeah, I see this vision and da 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 da. No, somebody's there confirming it. And at the time I needed that. Now I don't need that anymore, but at first I needed somebody to confirm, yes, this is what I see, this is what's happening, etc. Now I just know. Now I've been able to heal people that have been afraid, for instance, of going to the dentist for over 40 years, afraid to go to the dentist because of an incident that happened, a trauma that happened. I've healed that person from fear of going to the dentist. A person that held a grudge from middle school. So over 30 years holding a grudge against somebody, that anytime they mention that person, they would be triggered deep down in their soul. I've healed that. So, and with myself, I've done my own healing. Now, I've done that through past life regression and past life healing, which is the most honest to God, miraculous thing I've done. I've done Psyche, I have done access bars, I've done a lot of different modalities, which all of them have a benefit, and which all of them were beneficial and interesting, and it was amazing to learn. And then you find what you connect with the most. Okay, so those might have been stepping stones along the way that I needed to encounter, experience, endure in order to heal something, in order to get me to where I am today. So it was interesting when I was speaking to the psychic on the phone today. She was practicing. She wanted somebody to practice with. And so I didn't want to step on her toes, but I could tell like certain things that she was coming through. I'm like, that card I know is not for me. Now, I'm able to help guide her and teach her what I've learned, which is great. But my point being is that I had this conversation with her today, and in the conversation, she was kind of, I guess, blown away by the things that I was doing, which to me are just everyday things, right? Like, she's like, oh my God, you're so powerful, and you're so this, and you're so that, and it was amazing to hear somebody say that, because to me, like I say, it's just a part of everyday life. So she's on a different journey, but I'm grateful that I was able to help her on her lessons. I was able to teach her something. I was able to guide with her. And in her speaking with me, she was able to make me look at something a different way. But when I was speaking with her, she was explaining that only 2 of her closest people know what she does. And the interesting part is that a lot of people, or the people I've encountered anyway, who are somewhat spiritual, some of them have to hide their spirituality and their connection because people don't understand. But like I say, if you know what's happening and you know the truth, for me, I've had to stand in that. And I don't expect anybody and everybody to understand it. And a lot of people are skeptical of it, and I get it. I totally get that. And I'm not here to convince anybody otherwise. I can only tell you what I experience and how I can help people and how I've healed people. That's all I can do. I'm not out to convince anybody of anything other than that. If people are interested in hearing about it, great, listen in. If people want to hear more about it, learn about it, great, go follow my page. If people have blocks in their life and they need healing and they want to try past life regression healing, hit me up. I will be more than likely and lovely to help you. And it's amazing for me when I do it to hear for me, when I'm doing my own past life stuff, say for instance, I was trying to heal a physical blockage, a physical pain that I had, and I really didn't expect it to take the turn it did. I thought I would just do like a subconscious healing and then we'd be done. But no, it took me down the road of, okay, this pain in your left shoulder is actually related to this lifetime, and then I had to go and resolve that. Anyways, I just wanted to say that for everybody and anybody, when you know something to be true, stick to your guns. Regardless, like look at it as Edison, Einstein, Van Gogh, all of the greats, all of them were mocked, bullied, and told that they were nothing, just because people didn't understand their greatness. So sometimes you got to realize that smaller minds are not going to understand bigger minds. They're not going to understand bigger concept. They're not meant to understand it. And that's fine. Part of that probably is part of the struggle and the journey that you've decided and you've signed up for, which sometimes really sucks balls. Really fucking sucks balls. Like dirty balls. Like dirty donkey balls on top of it. Because you can feel that you are so alone in your knowing, in relating to people, in being able to have a conversation with people, because people just won't understand what you're saying. So anyways, I just wanted to say for all of you out there that are in that position, I understand, I feel you. Just don't give up, man. Just keep trucking, baby. Keep trucking. You know it to be true. That's the thing that's important. You know your gifts. You know your talents. Don't let anybody else dull your sparkle.